All right, so looking at our box method notes, when we have in front of us in our notebooks, our first problem is 23 times 19, 23 groups of 19. Will you look at the box that's already provided for you in your notes and tell me what did she already do for us? What did she already do? Thank you for raising your hand. Yes.
She already put the box and the numbers and put the squares inside the box.
Yes, so she already put the box and the numbers. So our first step is always to draw the box, right? And we don't always know how many places we need. So once we draw our box, then what was our second step? Okay, after we draw our box, because we've done this before. And again, Reagan, who I got the notes from, she already did it for us. What's the next step after drawing the box? Yeah, write the plus. And what do we call that with the number when we put the plus? We split it up. We stretch it. It's expanded form. So I took 23 and I broke it into tens and ones, 20 plus 3. That's how I know to draw my line right here. And then I took 19 and turned it into 10 plus 9, which we'd never done that before. We'd always had just one digit. So now I actually have to stretch that one. And then I can draw the line right there. So now, based on what you already know about box method, if you look at the notes, multiply each place value with the other place values. Just like before, now we're going to multiply. This is why the zeros trick was so important. It's going to help us find our products in the box. So let's go ahead and let's start with the big one. Let's start with 20 times 10. How many zeros do you see? Yes, 2. I see 1, 2. So I'm going to write 1, 2 zeros in that box where the 20 and the 10 come together. All right, make sure you write your 2 zeros. Make sure you write your 2 zeros. So now I have my basic fact of 1 times 2. And what is 1 times 2, everybody?
2.
2. So 10 times 20 is 200. All right, let's continue with 10. What am I going to multiply 10 by now?
3.
Yes, very good. I'm going to multiply by 3 because that's part of the 23. 10 times 3 is 30 because that's a basic fact, right?
Yeah.
I could still use my zeros trick, but you guys know that fact, so
Yeah,
30.
easy.
All right, that's like what we've been doing with box method for a couple weeks. Now, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? What do you think?
We moved you add.
Not yet. Not yet. Do you see how there's still some blank boxes?
Yeah.
I need to multiply those too. So now I need to multiply 9 times 20. How many zeros do you see there? 1. Write your 1 0 in that box. Okay. And now I have my basic fact. What basic fact do you see in there?
2 times 9.
2 times 9. What is 2 times 9? Oh, you're blurting and all these hands are coming up. You're right, though, 18. So now I have 180. Ooh, I'm right. I guess it's kind of lined up. I want to try to keep my numbers lined up with place value because then, like Isaiah said, I'm going to add. So now what's the last thing I'm going to multiply? What 2 numbers have I not multiplied yet?
9 times 3.
9 times 3. And now don't blurt. Who can raise their hand and tell me what 9 times 3 is? Garrett.
It is
27. So I have all my partial products in the box. These, doing it this way, 1, I see the value of the numbers. It's not just 1 times 2, it's 10 times 20. And it makes it easier for me. It's organized, it breaks multiplication down to make it easier. That's the purpose of box method. So now if we look at the next step, number 2, it says then add each column. So let's add, we're going to add 200 plus 180. Okay, what does that equal, Thomas? Very good, 380. And then 30 plus 27. All right, Bogey? 57. Okay, is my answer 38,057?
No.
No, that doesn't make sense, right? I need to add those 2. Very good. Now, for me, adding them sideways, I cannot do that.
Yeah.
Because I can tell my tens are going to need to be regrouped. So I'm just going to write them over here, 380 plus 57, and then I'm going to add it by lining it up. Okay, so make it happen. Add it by lining it up. So what did you get as your final product, everybody?
437.
Awesome, 437, and that is correct. So that's box method.